Shouldn't you resign too? Sturgeon slammed for telling Boris to step down over Partygate. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon has been crticised for asking Prime Minister Boris Johnson to resign over the Partygate scandal. The backlash came after Ms Sturgeon spoke to the press about the Tory party lockdown rule breaks. The First Minister claims MPs were using the ongoing war in Ukraine to keep Prime Minister Boris Johnson in office, describing it as the lowest of the low response. Mr Johnson and Chancellor Rishi Sunak have both been fined after the investigation into allegations of senior Tories breaking their own set lockdown rules at No. 10 Downing Street, causing a major scandal with the British public. Ms Sturgeon also made comments that the Tories were riding roughshod over normal democracy. The Scottish First Minister has been criticised for her stance due to some citizens questioning her tough pandemic regulations and mask-wearing mandates. Ms Sturgeon told Alan Smith from Radio 4 News, Tory MPs trotted out to say this is no different to teachers and nurses going to the staff room at the end of a shift for a drink. You know, I'm sorry, teachers and nurses did not do that at the height of lockdown. And it's insulting to suggest that that did. Then perhaps the lowest of the low, the use of the horror and suffering of people in Ukraine, as a reason why Boris Johnson should stay in office. And Douglas Ross in some ways has been leading in that particular line, and how he can look himself in the mirror in doing so, let alone look England and Scotland in the eye, is beyond me. Ms Sturgeon added, at a time of real serious issues for the UK to confront, surely it's all the more important that in No. 10 is a Prime Minister who can lead with moral authority. Look, there are basic norms of democracy here, parliamentary democracy, particularly one on under first past the post, where you often have a single-party majority. The checks and balances required for that to work properly mean that accepted rules of behaviour have to be in place. Really basic things like telling the truth to Parliament, and then there also has to be agreed consequences of those standards of behaviour reached. That's always been the case. And suddenly we don't have that anymore. The Tories are refusing to abide by these long-established accepted norms of democracy, and that's a real situation.